Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Cowboys of Mexico City taking on the Detroit Lions. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions first down.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Cooper on the stop. It's a loss of 2.
Now Jones.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing Jones. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Colston Loveland, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. This will go to Henry out wide. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it with May. He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Mexico City.
From the gun, it's May. He's going to let this one go deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. KaVontae Turpin, 47 yards. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
May going to try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
4 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown on the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Lions at 500 at 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Running left is Henderson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, there'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Mexico City, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action now. May. Throws right side, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Henry. Tackled there by Jordan Battle. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9.
What's up? Crazy. Crazy. Eddie, what's up?
They'll throw with May. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another.
Here's May.
First down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Christian Watson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this will be caught. It's a convert here for 2. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And the Cowboys first down. First
to the air, May.
2-yard line.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game?
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, here's Henderson. This defense not budging back to back carries of just 2 yards. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Straight ahead, Henderson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Open man, that's Felton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line.
A gain of 7.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
35-yard run.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
This is caught at the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
61 yards. And the Mexico City 1st down.
Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw. May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chig from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and inches, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
It's a gain of 8.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches were never perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing here is May. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Chigakakwo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
May going to try to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
Lions 13.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's good.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
14-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That's a gain of 3.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Jones throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they put...
Here's a diving catch right side. First down yardage on the first play. The drive given 14.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
A short throw taken in by Conqueror. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Xavier Worthy, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys.
They'll try and throw for it.
Two-point conversion.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go on this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And his throw is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
In motion left goes Watson.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
To throw, it's May.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. And Xavier Worthy with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Cowboys get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for two.
The Cowboys will line up for the two-point conversion.
They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
50, Lions 13.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Throwing Jones.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there on second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And it seems a little...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Colston Loveland with his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to claw one back.
Will set up for the two-point conversion.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Cowboys 50, Lions 19.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Second down and goal. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Ty Felton from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
The Lions will set up for the
He will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Rashad Bateman, 58 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
The Lions will set up for the
They'll look to throw. And now it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go, throw. Hey, what's up? 30.
And they'll begin by running the option. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's May. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Normally, you might say, start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, what's up?
2nd and 14. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Hey, what's up?
They're going on 4th down. May. He'll try to do it himself.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And Watson has it right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Christian Watson,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Cowboys are looking to make it 2.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Trying to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing in the league.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll throw with May.
Pressure too strong. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Christian Watson.
46 yards.
And the Cowboys are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? And you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coach.
He's got him in, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well trying to keep him in it.
They might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time looked well for a solid game.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's making on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chigakakwo. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
The Cowboys will line up for the two-point.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this pass caught by Gray.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
And the Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here. But let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk reward, the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Third and goal, here's Levis.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
The Cowboys will line up.
Levis will try to throw for the 2.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget.
And it's intercepted. And he's got room. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Here we go. 22 window.
Now Levis.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took